Hey, how you doing? Rod here. So I just got myself a Champion high fly target thrower. It throws clay pigeons. Champion makes clay pigeons too. It took me about an hour to put it together. Once I figured out all the bits and pieces, but it comes with a pretty good instruction manual. There's all the parts there. And then explains how to put everything together and how to use it. Anyway, one of the issues I had is the first time I used it was that it moved around a lot. Even with there's 1, 2, 3 legs which dig into the ground. The issue that I had was, one, the ground was fairly frozen, but I've tried it another time with softer and softer ground, and it lifts up and it just moves around a lot. So what I did is I decided to build a base that would hold it in place, and it worked out really well. So let's take a look at the thrower first of all. Okay, so this is a fairly heavy-duty spring, and if you want to throw them harder or faster, you can just tighten up the wing nut right there. Okay, so I'm tightening it right now. Okay. When you store it, you can loosen this and take it off the grommet up there. I'll show you that in a little while. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll cock it. This is the trigger right here. So what you do is you pull this back, pull the trigger back, and lock it into this little spot. And you put your clay pigeons in here, up to 2 of them. Now, one thing I found is if you put the pigeon around the middle, it will fly straight. You put the pigeon here near the top, it's going to fly that way. And you put the pigeon down at the bottom, it's going to fly that way. And you can also adjust the elevation. Right now it's on the highest. You've got 1, 2, 3 stops. So right now it throws it fairly high up in the air. If I wanted it to be the lowest, I would put it here. This is just a wing nut. Now, if for some reason it wasn't throwing high enough, or I wanted it to throw higher, I would just put a block under here. So right now it's cocked. Let's just see how powerful this is. Let's just get everything out of the way. Yeah, you don't want to be standing in front of this thing, so watch this. You see, that's pretty powerful. So the cord that comes with it isn't very good, so I changed it with 225 paracord. And I also changed the eye bolt. The eye bolt that comes with it, this is just like a guide for the cord. It was very small, and I also wanted to open up the bottom here so I could take this out in case I wanted to put the elastic around here, and then I can just put this in. But right now I just put the elastic here. So let's take a look at this. Now, one of the things I wanted to do when I built this is I wanted it to be portable. So it'll come apart into 2 pieces. This T here, it comes into 2 pieces. Oh, another thing I will mention, which you will see in the videos of it actually being used, is 3 points, 1, 2, 3. They're tent peg points. So I can hammer them into the ground with a mallet. I have a rubber mallet I use for outside. This is my shop mallet. Okay, so first of all, let me just show you how I will pack the thrower away just so it's more compact. Okay, so these elastics, 1, 2, 3, hold it onto the boards. So I'll just take the elastic off. Now what I will do is I will release this spring. So I'll just loosen the wing nut just enough where it'll come off the plastic grommet. Then I'll just bring this down and I'll lock it in place. And then what I do is, with some elastic paracord, I just tie it down. There we go. Bring that up a little bit. Now also what I do is I take my 3 tent pegs and I just put them under the elastic here. So this is as compact as you can get it. I'll also roll up the paracord. And just put it under here. So there you go. Now let's take a look at this. So it's got 3 bolts with wing nuts so it can come undone. And I've got big washers. So that comes undone, and then I just put these back here for storage. Here we go. So this is pretty compact now. So I've used eye bolts in all these various locations, and on the bottom originally I just had nuts, but what I ended up finding was, I think they're called T-bolts. See, all over the place, and what they do is they actually hammer in, and it actually lowers the profile, so this is almost flat. So I use these for all the eye bolts, the same as right here. Oh yeah, one thing I didn't mention is I put this little block here. See, what happens is, this T-bracket goes on top. So when it's on top, there's a space of 3/4 of an inch. So otherwise it would be a bit of a tilt, so I just put this on the bottom, just so when it stands, it's nice and flat. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that I used 3/4 inch plywood. I wanted something fairly strong. So I think that's about all there is to it. Oh yeah, this is elastic. I like to call it elastic paracord. It's from Planet Paracord. It's like bungee cord. And this is about 1/4 inch. You want pretty strong stuff here. See, this is also elastic paracord, which I got from Paracord Planet. And this is probably 2 millimeter, but you couldn't use this for something like this to hold the thrower down. Also, all the ends of my paracord I burn just to stop them from fraying. You can use a Zippo lighter. I use this butane mini blowtorch. Okay, so let's just see how this thing works out in the field. Got it. Got it. Oh, I blasted that one. Got it. Got it. GoPro, start recording. 2-6. GoPro, stop recording.